support the grip.
Good.
Okay, guys,
Out.
this is Astro. Astro's a dog I've been involved in training now for a few months. He is a herder puppy, so he is half German Shepherd, half Belgian Malinois, even though he looks all Belgian Malinois. He's the kind of dog that's an interesting build
Good man.
because he isn't super dog. He has drive, he has desire, but he also has nerves, and he can be a sensitive and emotional dog. So it's really important when you're building a type of dog like this that you understand you can really wreck him, or you can, help him be all he can be. So I like dogs like this just because, I mean, the handlers want to do PSA with the dog, and they're doing a good job with him. But it's an interesting dog from a decoy perspective because there's plenty of upside, but there's also some downside. And again, it's all about kind of understanding what you're looking at and helping the dog work in the correct mental and emotional state in order to maximize his performance. So what we're doing now is we're working on out and guard. And in PSA, again, I'm no expert on the sport. I don't compete in the sport, but I do know how to train a dog, and I do know how to do decoy work. In PSA, they have like these moving transports where like on the out, the decoy move around, the dog has to guard the decoy that's moving. And so now we're teaching him that, right? Of course, it's a silent guard. We don't want barking because the handler needs to give a command, and the dog is barking. Of course, the dog won't be able to hear. And for a dog like this, the barking is, again, going to open up some reactive emotions in the dog, and then you're going to see not a good bite quality, right? So we want to keep the dog more locked in prey here, and that's going to create a more beneficial behavior in the dog. So you can see he gets super locked up in the prey when he comes off, and he's a little bit reactive after the out, right? Of course, it's the German Shepherd in him and the nerves kicking in a little bit. That's where you're going to see some problem in the clarity and the bite quality. So when he's nicely prey locked like he is now, that's where we're going to have nice entries. Of course, there he's kind of trying to take some cheap shots, so we're correcting him for that. Again, we're training for a bite sport here, guys. So, of course, the decoy now, like I'm saying things like no to the dog, and I'm correcting him and things like this. Obviously, if you're training a dog more for police work or protection work, maybe you do some things a little bit differently. But the fundamentals here that we're working on is creating a dog that is obedient but also still intense and powerful. With a dog like this, and we just started the transports, I'd say maybe a couple weeks ago, so he's only had like maybe 3 or 4 of those sessions. With a dog like this, the balance is always, look, we want to maintain power and commitment and confidence in the engagement of the decoy, but at the same time we want, of course, the dog to be under control, because in PSA the dog needs to be able to do a lot of more kind of like advanced control behaviors around and with the decoy. So it's one of those things where you have to constantly, as a decoy, judge the emotion of the dog and say, okay, he's getting a little worried here. We're losing a little power. We need to make sure that the dog, is, we need to open the dog up a little bit, or, he's getting a little reactive. We need to prey lock the dog a little more. There's a lot of like different complexities, even judging the grip. How is he biting me? Is he getting a little pulley? You can notice he gets vocal on the bite and stuff like that. So like I said, he's a sensitive, emotional dog. So we're always kind of playing the balancing game of, control, but also maintaining the good emotions in the dog. But as you can see, he's doing very well. Every time we work this dog, it gets a little better and better. You could use a little more speed on the sends. I think with time and experience, he'll get a little faster there, because he is naturally a fast dog. Again, it's all about just ensuring that he doesn't lose his confidence, that he stays in a confident and correct mindset.